Welcome to Fix My Brand with Allie Craig, a 9-week social experiment to take 9 brands of all types and from around the world and transform them from fledgling to fierce competition. I'm your host, Allie Craig, best-selling author, producer, strategist, and brander. Together, we will follow the steps and strategies taken, as well as the psychological and logistical pitfalls that get in many entrepreneurs' way of their ultimate brand success. These are their stories.
I started my company, Fitness Design Solutions, back in 2008 as a way to help people look better, feel better, and live stronger through better movement. And what that means is I help people get moving again after injury or illness using a combination of Pilates, massage therapy, and restorative yoga. I started chemo like 6 or 8 weeks after my surgery.
Jenn is like many of us, an accomplished professional in many rights, just not meeting her goals all the way yet. Life happened and she decided to turn what could have been a negative into a positive for her business. Though simple sounding, giving up aspects of the old to make way for the new is a struggle most entrepreneurs fail to admit and fail to accomplish. As entrepreneurs, many times we have dreams that don't become reality, not because we don't want them to, but because we can't see how to evolve from where we are now into where we want to go. Plus, we find it difficult to find our unique voice because our personal story is too close for us to see the true message within. Like most of the brands, Jenn wanted financial freedom to travel and enjoy her life with her husband. She didn't want to be tied to her studio for her income, and she wanted to serve people going through cancer as well as the loved ones in a way not currently happening in the cancer communities.
Okay, so for your marketplace, really interesting and slightly sad. A lot of the sites that are out there that are, support-esque or community-esque style groups are really awfully depressing aesthetically. Really institutional feeling. When it comes to the message, this is kind of what I came up with as a summary, and we can definitely refine this for sure. I have to inspire others diagnosed with cancer that they are not victims of their diagnosis, but they are thrivers to gain a new level of health and depth of personal growth. Okay. We can refine that, but I think it kind of embodies what we were discussing last week, which is, you wanted to attract people who want more for their, that this isn't a limitation, this is a moment and there's ways to overcome it, and that there's a positive, there's a moving forward kind of thing.
For Jenn, it was an easy choice to create a lifestyle brand for her community. And to support her one-on-one work, we created a lifestyle approach out of her unique bodywork methodology. This way, merging her existing one-on-one work with the community she's launching all made sense. No matter if you look at Jenn's existing one-on-one clients or the people she will be attracting with the community, the idea of being heard is crucial. Very few audiences change their top needs or motives. Neuro-emotional relationship intelligence helps us understand what really makes your audience tick. The only time an audience's neuro profile changes is in time of great transition: sickness, divorce, death. All three are either happening or high probabilities that can happen to Jenn's community audience. When your audience is in such high transition, you even refine down your approach to the basic needs of life: shelter, protection, nourishment, being heard. For Jenn, her audience needs to be heard, not just listen to the words, but to hear what's coming from their heart. Everything from the visuals to the verbal is focused around hearing the heart of the audience. For Jenn, everything needed to be created: website, community, structure, rules, offers, speaking topics. Jenn's business was no longer a local lead share worthy group. Jenn's brand was transforming into a global movement. Freakouts happen during the brand process. It's just part of life. For Jenn, her very reserved but freakout happened at stage 3, the strategy. I was completely stoked about sharing with her her brand, how to take her existing hourly work and up-level it to build the community she wants and make the money and the lifestyle she wanted. Well, let's just say Jenn was not prepared at that moment to see her existing hourly way of life transform to actually being everything she wanted.
So it's definitely not about ending your current work at all, but making it available at a higher level to not just your local people.
Right, which I totally get. It's more about going away from my current like business.
With fitness and all that officially.
With a new name and a completely different website, and that's more what I'm struggling with, I think. I just wasn't prepared for that. Not that it doesn't make sense, I just wasn't prepared for that.
The dreams were doable, the brand was doable, and the money was totally attainable, which is really great and can be really scary at the same time.
I was feeling a little bit overwhelmed by her plan and vision, and I was feeling like it was taking me a little bit out of kind of my sweet spot of what I love to do. And so I was struggling a little bit with that, but then we reconvened later in the week and really set forward a great roadmap for how we're gonna go from point A to point B.
The good thing is that we had time to let that process. Jenn did the mental homework of envisioning how her everyday life would look and feel when this brand was really fully realized. And then a few days later, Jenn was ready to go and build this. Seeing how she transitions from her brand today to the brand of her dreams will be a process. But there is a process, and it's a doable process. You see, branding is a deeply personal experience. The logistics of building a brand are easy. Name, message, logo, website, social media, etc. But logistics are not your brand. Your brand is a mix of your story of who you are, as well as professionally, your audience, and what you want.
Are you wanting to leverage any of the knowledge financially, or do you want that to be completely a give back situation?
So I think it's kind of a mix.
Yeah.
Because there will be people that might just tap into like a monthly class where they walk away with some different exercises every month. And then there'll be other people that'll say, I want more.
Exactly.
And so then in the I want more, that's where my services would come more into play.
When I first met Jenn, she was so reserved, very knowledgeable, very professional. She seemed super nice, but very by the book. It wasn't until weeks into knowing each other that we started talking about her upcoming photo shoot production and what was she going to wear for her photo shoot. And that's when the real Jenn showed up.
I have these Doc Marten fold down. They're like plaid flannel on the fold down, and they've got black ribbon ties.
Okay, I'm kind of in love with that. Like, oh my gosh. You have a total badass side of you. Yeah, okay, so your current brand has none of that fun in it. I'm so glad I now know this about you. This is the time to own it.
So I'm hoping actually in the next few days that I'll have some pictures from some photographers that have taken pictures of me at different things.
Okay.
Like the speaking photos that I talked about were actually taken the week I got my diagnosis. And I had even started getting away from like wearing my fun shoes, and I'm not really sure why.
Yes, she's very smart and very knowledgeable and very professional and very kind, but she has a wicked good sense of humor and even better, sense of style. Nothing that she had shared with her brand audience or even prior. So showing all of who you are, yes, somehow refined, is key to building a successful brand when you are your brand. Use your personality to your advantage. It's one of the edges you have as an entrepreneur over the corporate mindset and corporate brand mentality.
And now onward and upward to getting a cool place for people to come and connect with me and really get to know me.
The biggest struggle for Jenn was building the site herself while running her business, moving, going through cancer treatments, and having major surgery.
I had won Best Massage Therapist for 2017. The ceremony was the night before my third chemo.
Girl, you like seriously, to keep living your life in all of that is like a huge testament to your like what you're about and what this community is about, because that's crazy.
As with many entrepreneurs, we struggle with not being superheroes and asking for help. Because being heard is so crucial to Jenn's audience, we design products and content marketing around helping support someone going through cancer to be heard by their friends, family, loved ones, and medical team. So we're launching the community as a free Facebook group that will eventually, when she is ready, be primed to become a paid version. Video is key for Jenn, not just because of the SEO benefits, but because it allows her audience to get to know her speech pattern, tone, and body language, all key elements in our nonverbal communication. When it comes to the evolution of her brand as a community, as well as her one-on-one service, Jenn just needs to be her honest, open, loving, badass self. As long as all of her work embodies that, and she doesn't edit herself because it seems more professional, I have no doubt that Jenn will be a best-selling author, leading intimate retreats around the world and helping people be more than their cancer diagnosis. So NERI is the approach that I've created over the last 18 years of doing branding for all different types of businesses. We don't just look at statistics, we're looking at psychographics, we're looking at sociographics, we're looking at your subconscious programming and hardwiring. And when you understand that, it's basically taking all of this really big thought pattern and bringing it down to very simple terms: how to talk to your audience, how to grab your audience, what do they really want, and how do you meet their needs? How do you create the experience they really want? It's about making sure that we build a brand that really speaks to what your audience really wants.
I am Emerald Peaceful Green Forest. I don't have any branding right now. I have stuff all over the place.
Emerald is a creative age leader, and when she's clear about her purpose, she's ridiculously driven to change the world.
I have given myself permission to open up to the what else is possible voice